I understand you are such a specialist with ancient Egyptian wisdom bringing into present time, and then in addition to this, what's a relationship or any correlation with your new training, 5D professional healing training?
Okay.
Can you tell us?
I think the 5D training is much more accessible to people who wouldn't necessarily be so passionately connected with Egypt. So it opens it up to a much wider arena. And I'm very interested in what's happening globally and what we're all facing in terms of personal challenges and collective challenges. And so the 5D has been written, yes, as a development of celestial healing. And of course its roots are in those teachings and philosophies, but it's something else. It's taken us forward more into incredible relationships with ourselves, into love, into a new frontier of healing technologies, into how we use thoughts and feelings within the context of using or creating reality. So it's different in terms of it's much more practical. So it's very centered on response, change reality, how we can use it in a healing session, and then how we can use it in our day-to-day lives to refine our path. So it's very multifunctional.
Okay, so would those people who also really want to connect with like a source code of Horus or
Yes.
Hathor
Yes.
or Isis,
Yes.
Osiris or Ra, any
Okay.
any source code that
Yes.
can they also really receive that part of it?
They
Or
always receive the activations because the source codes are parts of the reality structures I work with. So for example, reality structure awareness. So that would connect you into the template of Horus. You'd have love, which is the template of Isis. And you're looking at how you relate those technologies, those templates, those teachings, those ideas, and how then you are really practicing those realities.
so it's more practical usage of the source codes that they receive from the training.
And super reality focused. So it's not I'm training in this particular modality and I'm utilizing, for example, Horus and target specific into a healing agenda. This is much more about utilizing, for example, awareness and applying it as a healer and understanding what that reality structure is and what it does for a session and what it does within the context of your life.
Right.
Yeah. So it's more of the practice, you know, the deeper work of Egypt and the stuff that is truly based on evolution and love and all the metaphysics that come out of truly understanding what is the divine feminine, what is the divine masculine, and understanding the differences and how we can use paradox and how we can use very high frequency embodiment to take us into revolutionary realities in healing and in our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So also it doesn't have to be those who want to come to this training doesn't have to be healers. It could be anyone who wish to go on your spiritual path, but new to spiritual path want to really realistically utilize spiritual awareness or consciousness into their daily life.
Exactly. So, you know, what I'm really interested in is if we become masters of 5D, we can become masters of time. And we can bring our awareness into a depth and a practice in life. So, for example, we could slow down time to really listen in our relationships. So we make our lives deeper and richer and more meaningful. Because, you know, what I'm really interested in is if we become masters of 5D, we can become masters of time. And we can bring our awareness into a depth and a practice in life. So, for example, we could slow down time to really listen in our relationships. So we make our lives deeper and richer and more meaningful. Because in our busy lives, we miss the true value and meaning of life. So I see this as a practice, which means life can be more meaningful.
So like what I hear is that to me, if I come to your training, it seems I become this like 5D master who is able to put into practice and manifest the reality of 5D on this planet,
Yes.
no matter the places where you work for. That's what I felt, like you were saying. Is that right?
It's really being able to stand up as a genuine light worker, as a genuine spiritual being, as a genuine human being, and stand up in the 3D and not be affected by it.
Right.
Really mastering our sensitivity, so it's a valuable resource and it's intelligent.
Right.
And once we get to that place of empowerment, then we become very aware of how we use our bodies and our thoughts and the way we speak. And that really then takes us into, again, this meaningful existence and really understanding how we create reality through our thoughts and our feelings and our placement of what we desire to manifest.
Yes.
But in incredible peace and in incredible healing.
Right.
Because it opens doors within the context of the way people respond to you.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of people train in healing, but it doesn't necessarily open their hearts and it doesn't necessarily open the possibilities of like relationships. And it's about bringing all the magic to all of the dimensions of life, rather than say entering into a healing training which is less broad in its foundation, its umbrella. So you have a multi-platform, an interdimensional platform of gifts, abilities, realities, directions that you're opening to you and what you have available to you in your life. Your life changes as your consciousness changes. And it all starts with consciousness. So the roots of it are in alchemy. And of course in the ancient Egyptian, evolution and love is the cornerstone of my work. But there's a very intelligent way of really understanding how Egypt worked. As above, so below.
Yes.
Thoughts, feelings, sacred existence. And that is a practice that of course one can learn within the context of the seminar in 5D training, but equally it's a practice for life.
Yeah.
So it becomes something people can really infuse in their day-to-day, so that their life works and their journeys work and their lives are more fulfilling. And when we have happy healers, we have happy clients, and that's the most important thing.
Right. And then, and in addition to that, beyond the practice, you're all part of your life also manifested because you're aligned.
Yes.
Fully.
The more work we can do on ourselves, the more we can release the freedom to manifest more.
Yeah, and then drama-free society will take place.